Okay, I think it's live. It's my first time to record um a Google Hangout, so I'm really just getting to you know um learn it.
That's okay. This is the first time using Google Hangouts like this. So
Oh, okay. So
my
it's
first
new
time.
to you as well.
Yeah. When you said Google Hangouts, it's like, okay, so I need to set up something. So I good thing is it's ready on my computer because if not, I don't know what will happen.
I think it's quite easy to join even on mobile.
Hmm.
So we have done a webinar using Google Hangouts.
Okay.
So
That's good to
people
know.
have joined us. Anyways, so I'm not sure what Mar has told you about the project
He
and
told me
what
a
we
lot,
expect from this.
actually, but I wanted to
Okay.
hear about the project itself from your end, from your perspective, because sometimes even if a person is delivering it in a way that how what you call that how he understands it and how he delivers it and everything, I wanted to hear it from your end. Would that be okay?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
So we're trying to come up with a paleo product.
Mm-hmm.
So far, we have decided on a couple of things.
Okay.
So one there would be a blog
Mm-hmm.
that would be, that's how we're gonna get leads
Mm-hmm.
for our customer base.
Mm-hmm.
And another pillar is the technology, which would be at this point I don't know yet if it's gonna be a website or it's an app or a combination of both.
Mm-hmm.
But it's definitely the technology that would the general goal, the main goal of the project is to help people stick with paleo because
Mm-hmm.
many people have started it, but for a number of different reasons they seem to have dropped the lifestyle.
Yeah, I
So our
understand.
goal is to help a lot of people to make paleo stick for them for life. So another one is the technology, which should do just that, which should help them, make paleo easier and more manageable for them to
Mm-hmm.
sustain it. And lastly, there is Amar calls it the educational pillar.
Yep.
So it's actually the programs. So far we have this defined two programs, but
Okay.
we are currently focusing on the first one, which is the 21-day um, transformation program or the 21-day paleo next door. That's what we initially wanted to call it, but we
Okay.
have not yet come to a consensus if it's really going to be the name of the program. But it's basically a 21-day program wherein Kimberly would be, she's the paleo expert,
Mm-hmm.
so she's gonna help people. We with the support of the team, she's gonna help people go through 21 days of paleo with the goal of having them continue the
Mm-hmm.
lifestyle even after the 21-day program. So for the 21-day program, there would be two tiers. The first
Mm-hmm.
one, tier one, is actually um, we wanted to get about 10 people living near Kimberly,
Mm-hmm.
and she's gonna really hold their hand
Okay.
throughout the 21 day. So they're gonna go shopping together.
Mm-hmm.
Um, they're gonna dine out. She's gonna help them, figure out figure out how to order
Mm-hmm.
in a restaurant without
Yep.
breaking paleo. So it's a lot of a number of things, and technology is just one of them. One of the components of the program. But
Yep.
the second tier is, the first tier is like is more of one-on-one, very personal, and the second tier is more of a mass product in the sense that it's going to be an online version, and that's where the technology comes in. So the technology, this the next tier two, is gonna be priced lower because it's not like they're gonna not gonna get the same value like Kimberly's there actually physically with them,
Mm-hmm.
shopping and hanging out. But so those are the tiers. Those are what we have come up with so far.
Mm-hmm.
So now I think we need help really, coming up with processes, making this project, coming up with the technology, coming up with how we can validate the educational program in terms of whether the market will really buy it. We really
Mm-hmm.
need a lot of help in the processes. I mean, the project plan, I guess, on how
Mm-hmm.
we can effectively do that, um, and not spend too much money on a lot of things.
Yes.
So I think that's where you come in.
Yeah. Omar actually discussed a lot of things for me, especially with when it comes to the long-term planning. And then he mentioned the SOPs and of course the documents that the team should be working.
Hmm.
So my initial plan is, oh, I'm expecting actually tonight that it will be the whole team who will be joining the meeting. But I guess it's only going to be you. Am I correct?
Yeah, it's just gonna be me. They're
Uh-huh.
not available at this time, but
Okay.
Amar said we can probably schedule another call with the team. But at least I get to talk to you, and maybe I can answer, you know, um, most of your questions. Hopefully, if you have, I'm sure you will have some questions.
Gotta be a, it's not going to be a bit or a little bit. It's going to be a lot.
I
So
know.
because the expectations that he has is a bit it's very very big in a way. So
Hmm.
I need a lot of help when it comes to knowing specific responsibilities that you have, because in a way that I wanted to know each and every responsibilities, even the single what do you call that, the task that you have, how little it is,
Hmm.
and then at the same time the workflow that you have currently. Because what I'm planning actually right now is that I wanted to draft and see the current workflows that you're used to, because when I worked with you before, you have Asana, you have
Hmm.
a lot of softwares, and then coordination happening. But I wanted to know what your plan is, because when it comes to this kinds of project or starting up, we need to start from the bottom and then go up. You know what I
Hmm.
mean?
Yeah.
Because the thing is, people from the bottom or people who's actually facing the task itself are the people who is the experts
Hmm.
on what they're facing. So I need to understand those. That's why we need to have a group meeting and then have a one-on-one meeting. And then, of course, I need your help when it comes to the documents that you have currently, specific tasks, and all of those. So I'm expecting a lot of cooperation from all of you, and
Hmm.
of course, honesty and openness when it comes to comments, criticism, and everything. And of course, I'm expecting to learn from you at the same time.
Hmm.
I hope you will learn something from me.
I'm sure we will.
This is actually, I told Amar that's actually the first time for me teaching people from like offsite. Normally, what I do when I was working in a company before is that I create the SOPs, the documents, and everything,
Hmm.
but the people are actually in front of me, so I can talk to them and get feedbacks immediately. So this
Hmm.
is the first time I'm going to do it in another scale or another way.
Yeah.
So
It's also a, I guess, one of the drawbacks of working virtually. But I guess we can make it work because we have
yeah,
no other choice, right?
we can make it work actually, because if you're going to think about it, we've been doing this for quite some time now. So I guess we can do a workaround. Just we just need to cooperate with each other.
Yeah. So
Okay.
at this point, do you want to see what we have on Asana, or do you want to wait until everyone on the team is, joining
That
our
would
call.
Actually, getting access to Asana would be great so that I can see what you're working on. And at the same time, I would like to know specific responsibilities. Like, for example, just an overview, like what EA is working on, aside from what Kimberly is working on, what are you working on right now? Those kinds of
Okay.
things.
Let me share my screen with you
Okay.
so you can see what we have currently.
Mm-hmm.
Are you able to see my screen now?
Yes, I can see your screen.
Okay. Let me just pull it up. So for now we're working on this project.
Uh-huh.
So these are the goals. So one is to build an online presence and brand. That is where the blog comes in.
Mm-hmm.
And this is accountable to Gia. She's working
Okay.
on this. She has um she is currently doing a course by John Morrow. He's one of the experts out there on
Mm-hmm.
blogging, guest blogging and stuff. So she has based her process here from that
Okay.
course. So we're
Mm-hmm.
following that. And then the technology product that would be I would be accountable for this one.
Mm-hmm.
So we need to come up with lag and lead metrics for this because I think the lead and lag metrics for the blog, they're pretty, solid. So that's okay. But for the technology product, I think we need a more I guess Amar wants to validate the technology product if people are gonna buy it. So
Okay.
I think um it's gonna be somewhat like the lag metric for this is the educational product that Kimberly is working on. So
Mm-hmm.
this is tier two, and what we need is to validate if the 21-day program
Okay.
would actually sell. So
Mm-hmm.
I think so far Amar has told me that the lag metric that he wants to see from
Mm-hmm.
the technology product is that people will buy it. So
Okay.
maybe the same way
Okay.
with the educational 21-day program. But
Mm-hmm.
I have yet to I think I have yet to consult experts to
Uh-huh.
be able to validate that. But yeah, so we need lead and lag metrics for the
Mm-hmm.
technology product.
Okay.
um and so yeah, so these are so far, these are what we've been working on.
Okay.
So this is gonna drive the next 3 months, being able to meet the goals for each of these pillars.
So you have a specific date for all of those milestones.
um Currently we don't have dates yet
Oh, okay.
because we have just come up with this. Actually we're still working on the tasks that are under each pillar. We're still working on them. These are not final yet because for one, at least for the technology product, I know I have yet to consult experts. And
Mm-hmm.
when I do talk to maybe IT people or um I don't know, um and I'm still thinking who to interview. I mean, Amar has sent me a couple of people,
Mm-hmm.
but I have yet to reach out to them. And this is probably gonna change. You know, these tasks, they're probably gonna change when I talk to them. Maybe there will be more tasks here, or well, we call this deliverables or milestones, but
Yeah.
um, they look like tasks as well. So
Mm-hmm.
they're gonna be there. There might be more. There might be less. I mean, I have yet to consult experts to really know what should be in here. The same with
Kimberly.
Kimberly, because we're gonna so far what we have agreed on with Kimberly to be able to financially validate this is we're gonna launch a quiz, a fun quiz via
Mm-hmm.
Facebook ads. and then we can get leads from there, maybe get
Mhm.
hundreds of email addresses, and then
Mhm.
we're gonna send out an invite for a webinar
Okay.
to those people, to those email addresses that we collect from from the quiz.
Mhm.
And we're gonna, sell the product. We're gonna pitch the product during the webinar.
Okay.
So so far those are what we have here. And then we agreed to, maybe if we don't get those 50 people
Mhm.
validating our product through the webinar,
Okay.
we then ask to for a chance to interview some of them, and we
Okay.
get insights from those interviews on why they would not buy our products. I mean, what's keeping them from buying our product. So that those kinds of stuff we have talked about,
Mhm.
at least the general direction of, where each goal is, how we're gonna meet each goal. So, but they're just general,
Yeah.
plans. We don't have a project plan yet. We don't have dates. We don't have a schedule. So that's all I think I can tell you for now. But if you do have questions, let me know. I might just be able to answer them.
Okay. Just to recap, the mission that we have right now is for people to stick on the player diet, right?
Yeah.
And then for the task, generally, Gia is working on the online presence.
Mhm.
Kimberly is the one who's the expert
Yeah.
for the what you call that one, the expert of a play diet, and then you're going to concentrate on the technology,
Yep.
and then Amar will be will work on the tech product. So basically, right now it's just the general overview of the project, but no specifics yet.
Well, we have let me share my screen with you.
Okay.
We have details of the 21-day program.
Okay, that's good to hear.
We already have the details. It's just a matter of, validating
Oh.
whether it will sell before we actually, spend time work on them. So these are the what each day of the 21-day program would contain. We have so far, listed down the um we have listed down the contents for each
Okay.
day, what the topics are gonna be
Mm-hmm.
for that day, what Kimberly's gonna talk about, what challenges there would be, like the meditation challenge. We have a couple of challenges here sprinkled out, and we were able to come up with this program by studying what, the programs that are out there in the market.
Okay.
So we sort of patterned our program, getting the best of, bits, getting the best bits from a couple of the best selling paleo programs out there, and then tweaking them as to making it more personal.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we're aiming for, because all of the programs, they seem to be, they have a lot of information, they have support, but it's not very personal. And
Yeah.
we think that's the hook that we should go with, make it very personal,
Mm-hmm.
because people tend to be more committed when they feel like they really have support group
Yes.
backing them up.
Yeah.
um so these are the details of the program. We have hang on, we have designed some of the info sheets.
Okay.
So for instance, this one
So basically, all the documents that you have is in Asana, right?
should be there.
Okay.
It should be there, but
So
they might be spread out across different projects.
that's okay.
But I think gonna have access to all of them anyway. So um, just let us know if you're looking for something, and we'll find it for you. But Gia is very good with that. She knows where everything is. Um, so these are info sheets. They're gonna go. For instance, this is the quick start guide. It's not here, but this is the checklist. I think
Okay. Do you have a weekly meeting with the team just to know what they're doing for
we
their task there?
we actually all meet almost every day. But
Okay.
for the direction of the project, we have decided, that we're gonna meet daily for a daily
Hmm.
huddle, like a 15 minute meeting, just to know we're good, what we worked on,
Hmm.
what we um hang on, what we're working on, and what we worked on
Yeah.
yesterday, I think. And
Yeah.
then if there's anything that's
Any issue
yeah, if
or
there's any issue
that
that's
you've
hindering
encountered?
us.
Okay.
Yeah. So we have this info sheets, we have the journal.
Hmm.
Hmm, journal. Let me check if we have it here. So we have bits of, a large chunk of the 21-day program. I think we have them ready.
Okay.
So we just, very it's just very important right now to validate if it's gonna sell, because we have the details ready, most of it anyways. But I think what's just missing is um we're missing the technology where we're gonna host this. But we did discuss that for tier one, which is the local program.
Hmm.
We can just use emails at first, so we don't really need to have the technology built just yet, and is also the reason why these are in PDF files, so we can
Okay.
just attach them to emails.
Have you considered using a social media site for that, a private one, just to have everything there instead of having it through email?
I think that's more of for the tier two, the online program, because initially tier one
Hmm.
is we're gonna do tier one just to validate if
Just to
you know
validate.
just to validate and to do a dry run, I guess,
Okay.
of the program.
Okay.
But the direction really is to make it available to more people, make it more DIY, I guess.
Yeah, I understand.
So this the reason is we're just validating it, so we don't want to really spend a lot of money on developing technology, developing a website or an app for it, 'cause it's gonna cost a lot. So for tier one, we just really want to put it out there, see what
Hmm.
they think, get the feedback.
Okay.
So what else can I show you?
By the way, which specific state is Kimberly?
she's in um she's in Townsend City, I think, Delaware.
Delaware.
So it's gonna be specific to Delaware. But for our failure goals right now, um, what we want to do is to validate tier two, which is the online product.
Okay.
It's not the local, version.
Yep.
I'm not sure if we're really gonna get people for the local version, because
Hmm.
it's too small of a niche. It's a small town, so we don't think there's a lot of market out there. It's also the reason why we we wanted to advertise through Facebook,
Hmm.
but we didn't, because it seems like we're gonna reach just 1,000, a little over 1,000 people, not even
Hmm.
2,000 people, and that's gonna spend a lot of money on that, but we're not really, are not really sure we're reaching out to the right people who would be our customer avatar.
Okay.
So, hmm, what else can I show you? Um, so I think that's it. The 21-day program, we just need maybe 2 weeks more to finalize it. If we do
Okay.
decide, that we can really sell this one,
Okay.
if we can validate that, we need just a bit more time for the 21-day program. So mostly it's quite done.
Okay. So that means the 10 people that you mentioned earlier is or is working already with Kimberly right now.
No,
No, not yet.
we didn't. We have not yet offered this to anyone. No one has
Okay.
bought it from. We did a webinar
Okay.
just once.
And
We tried it, and there were there were about, I don't know, maybe like 12 people who signed up,
okay.
because it's kind of, yeah, we were not reaching our target audience because we
Mhm.
didn't do it through Facebook. We just had, Kimberly posted on social media, her own social media page,
Okay.
and she approached several gyms
Mhm.
and a farmer's market is near her,
Okay.
and they sent out the newsletter, the webinar invite together with their newsletter,
Okay.
and I don't think we got a lot of conversions from that. So there were only a few people who attended. Plus, there were technical issues that day. We
Mhm.
did a hangouts on air, but um, apparently it didn't. When you join that link, it
Mhm.
didn't register as hangout on air, so it just registered as a regular hangout session. And apparently, there is a limit of 10 users. So there were
Oh.
only 10 users in that webinar. So we didn't sell anything. No one bought.
Okay.
So we want to try another one because we have been getting feedback from
Mhm.
people that they're asking for a recording. This is a live
Uh-huh.
webinar. They're asking for
Yes.
a recording because they want to share it with other people.
Mhm.
But we don't have a recording because it was not, it didn't come out as a Hangouts on Air session like what we're doing now.
Okay.
I really don't know the issue behind it, but
Mhm.
I think for the next webinar, we're gonna buy a technology that would help us,
Yeah.
nail it, at least the technical aspect of it.
Yep. I understand.
So
Right.
that's where we are.
Okay. So basically right now you're having huddles every almost every day, but you don't have any weekly formal meetings regarding the development as a whole or overview of the whole
No, we
project
kind of
that you're doing.
stopped. We kind of stopped.
Okay.
Previously we were doing that, but
Uh-huh.
we kind of stopped, and I don't know, I don't know what happened. It's just that Amar wanted to work on the objectives
Uh-huh.
for the project for this quarter, and it was just going really slow, and we
Okay.
were unsure, if we should continue the tasks that we were doing,
Mm-hmm.
because it wouldn't make sense if we're gonna change our objectives, right? So we kind of stopped meeting weekly, but we did finalize last night. We had a meeting last night, and we said that
Mm-hmm.
there is already a schedule in place for the weekly meetings
Okay.
moving forward, and daily huddles. So
Mm-hmm.
daily huddles would happen 11 a.m. Philippine time,
Okay.
and then the weekly meetings would happen Mondays 8 p.m. onwards.
That's Monday, 8 p.m., right?
Yeah. Would
8 p.m.
would that
Philippine
time
time.
work for you? Yeah.
Okay. It's not going to take that long, so that's fine.
Actually,
Huddle is normal.
we're
Yep.
we're known for having couple of hours meetings.
What?
Yeah, like we would typically use 2 hours, 2 to 3 hours,
Okay.
sometimes longer.
That's for your brainstorming only.
Yeah, yeah, brainstorming.
Okay.
But it happens, sometimes it happens during weekly meetings. Because that's the time we come up with what tasks we're gonna work on, what
Okay.
issues might surface,
Mm-hmm.
trying to mitigate risks and all. So it really takes quite long. But hopefully we can we can make it shorter, I guess. I'm not
That's
really a
okay.
fan of long meetings.
That's okay. I understand. It's just that um huddles is fine because I'm used to it. When it comes to weekly meeting, when I had it with my team before, we what we normally do is that, or before we actually do a lot of it takes a lot of time. Normally, just like you, it takes like around 2 to 3 hours.
Mhm.
Then progressively we had it and we cut the hours until we got the 1 hour maximum time. So
Cool.
yeah, it takes a lot of practice, but we can get to that because I know that I've experienced it before, so I know we can get to that 1 hour hit. Because the thing is, what's bothering me is that every time we took like around 3 hours meeting with my
Mhm.
team before, it's eating up a lot of their time and they cannot provide output unless it's a discussion of like ideas like what you have right now. That's
Yeah.
fine. But when it comes to um any other concerns, and if it takes like around 2 hours, that's too much. So we
Mhm.
had it cut when it comes to presentation for the overview or the actual overview of the task, the total what do you call that, status of the projects, or the total status of the milestone or deliverables that they have. So we
Mhm.
have it like around an hour. And since we have weekly huddles, or like not weekly, daily huddles, then that actually help us cut the hours that we're doing the meetings and the idea brainstorming. So it's actually helping. So right now, I guess I understand that it takes like 3 hours or more because we're starting.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
it's
definitely
fine.
that's a
Yeah,
factor.
yeah, we're starting. So therefore, a lot of meetings, it's like 80% brainstorming and then 20% action. That's more important because 80% planning is important when it comes to starting. So basically, you have 3 to 4 hours, if I'm not mistaken,
Yeah, I
per
have
week, average, right?
4 hours.
Yeah, that's normal. So right now, um, documents and reports are all in Asana. That's a
Yeah.
recap. Specific SOPs, you don't have anything yet written
We
in
had a
Asana.
couple of SOPs from not for the paleo project
Okay.
because I've been working with Amar for quite a while,
Yep.
maybe almost 2 years, or
Wow.
I don't know, I don't know how long it's been, but yeah, I think almost 2 years. So we started with an ebook writing business. We were publishing ebooks on Amazon.
Yep.
So we had a lot of SOPs for that project, but thinking about paleo, no, I don't think we have.
Do you
Um,
plan on using that SOPs right now? Do you think it will work? Or
mm,
do you think you need to, part of it will work, or what do you think?
mm.
I wanted to know your opinion about it.
I think for the hiring part, can reduce some of the SOPs, like for hiring VAs.
Okay.
But everything else, just checking. These are our um, files.
Mm-hmm.
I think some from sales copywriting. We can
Okay.
definitely use those when we are, marketing our product.
Uh-huh.
Apart from that, maybe some of hiring and marketing SOPs.
Okay. The rest?
The rest, no, because they're very, they're all about being how to become good writers, how to manage your writers and stuff.
Okay. So I guess we need to work on that one.
So yeah, we don't have any SOPs for.
How about for Gia's task? Do you think the right how to manage your writers would work on her? Like what do you think? Which what the task that she has right now, she's currently training, right? You
Yeah,
mentioned it
yeah.
earlier.
She's
Okay.
training. She's our VA, so
Okay.
she does a lot of other stuff too. When we ask her, do some research on something,
Mm-hmm.
and she's full time, so we can maximize her hours.
Okay. And does she for the full 8 hours right now, does she do training or is that 4 hours training, 4 hours other tasks?
Right now, I don't think she is able to maximize her time just because we are still struggling
Mm-hmm.
with this ones with the project plan basically. So
Okay.
it's kind of difficult to, you know, um, focus on a task when you're not really sure if it's gonna be for the long haul. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If it's gonna have an impact or not.
Okay.
But for now, Amar has asked um Amar has asked me yesterday if we can actually start
Mm-hmm.
with this one because this goal it's the most solid one.
Yep.
So she can really start on this. However, last night we were on a call and she was having internet connection problems.
Yeah,
So
because
I
she had a
wanted
fiber cut.
so I wanted to do another call with her today, but
Okay.
she's not available today and it's the weekend, so I normally won't really impose on, meetings on weekends.
Yep.
Except if it's really, an emergency. But I think she's available tomorrow. So she said she's available the whole day. I am not available in the afternoon up to the evening, but I'm available from morning to maybe around 2 p.m.
Okay. But I guess I'm not so sure if the internet connection is right, well established right now because they said that it will get fixed on the 17th.
Oh.
Because right now they said that this is just like temporary. They said it's up, but it's not that stable
Hmm.
actually. When I
We kept
downloaded
losing
apps earlier, it's not, it's cutting off. So I'm
her.
not so sure if it's stable right now.
Mm.
But you might try. They mentioned that majority of the cities are already up,
Mm.
but not that stable. So that's the
So
problem
it's
right
really
now.
it's really, quite wide the locale where it's having an impact. The fiber
Yeah,
cut.
yeah, it's
Like
very, very bad. I got worried that I won't
good
be
thing
able
it's
to
working now.
call. Good thing it's working now, and I actually bought what you call that. Good thing is we have a backup line, so if it's not,
Oh,
then
cool.
that's a
Good
problem.
for you.
Yeah, but not everyone can have that. So I guess it's a good thing, but still, I hope that the line is already back, or like stable already by tomorrow.
Mm.
So far, it's working good.
Hopefully. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try
Go
to
for
have a
it.
call with her. Maybe in the morning because there might be less users in the morning.
Yeah.
then in later during the day. I'm gonna schedule a call with her tomorrow,
Okay.
and we're gonna finalize which tasks she can actually work on,
Okay.
so she can start utilizing her hours apart from the training. Because I don't think she can spend like 8 hours just on the training.
Yeah.
She's gonna finish it in a few days if she would kind of do that. But what she mentioned was that there's like three segments of the training, and
Okay.
the other two segments are for intermediate and expert
Mm-hmm.
levels, and we're just in the we're beginners on blogging. So I think she has finished that segment, the beginners, so she
Okay.
can actually work on a lot of tasks now.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'll have to check with her,
Okay.
and we can finalize all the things that she can work on, at least for the next 2 days maybe.
Okay. So all the tasks that you have is in Asana with the names of the person who's actually responsible for it, right?
Yeah,
Okay,
should
so I
be there, but
definitely
it's a
need
work
to
in
have
progress.
that. Okay. I definitely need to get that access. So
I think I can add you here.
that's okay. I'll wait for that. And of course, Amar actually just drop a message that I don't know. He wants to talk to me after the call just to see if I got maybe just to check if I got everything what we discussed so that we
Okay,
know. Yeah.
right,
So
that would be good.
yeah. So far, actually, I guess there's not much to work for me with I just need to establish the planning, help you with it, and the documentation and the SOPs. I'll help you with that.
Yeah.
Of course, it's there's a lot, but there's already established foundation, so it's not that difficult already
Yay.
to do that. So I'm happy for that because that's the most difficult thing to do. Establish the foundation that you need to do this and that. Since you have that,
We have
all I need to
spent
do
a
is
lot, a lot of hours trying to come up with this.
I'm happy because it's already there. Amar actually mentioned or asked me regarding Scrum process. I told him that I know about it because I've been doing that with my team before. That's why when you told me that you have daily huddles, I already know what you've been discussing or what things that you need to discuss on those huddles. That's a good thing because that actually helps. So
Good, good.
and you have Asana right now, so that means we have a miniature. We have that one. We call that one Kanban board. That's a technical term for that. That's actually a board where you can see which one is to do, which one is ongoing, which one is done. So it's already there. So I don't
Yeah.
have any problems with that. We just need to have those documented. I'm going to help you with that. And of course, help Dia document the process that she has for guest blogging
Mhm.
and of course Kimberly, how to process and organize the files that you have. I'm going to help on that. So there's a lot of things to do, but the foundation is there, so I guess that would be easier than what I expected.
Yay!
Yay!
Music to
So
my ears.
there's not much to do actually in a way because it's already there. Good thing you started working with Asana and then all files are there. I just work with the organization and of course the
Yeah.
documentation of
We
SOPs.
definitely need organization.
Do you know that that's one of the things that Omar mentioned to me when we had a meeting? He said he wants to have a person who's actually obsessive and compulsive in all the
Mhm.
things that he needs to do. I said, okay, so because the thing is, I offered to find someone to work for him for this, but he wants to offer me 1 hour to 2 hours just to see and then check on what we can do. The good thing is the foundation is there, so I'll just need to work on the SOPs and the documentations, which is easier than what I expected.
Okay.
Yay!
Yay.
Which is a good thing. So I guess that's it. I'll just need to talk to Gia and Kimberly regarding all the details. As for you, I know you've been working on the documentations and organizing the tasks that the team needs to do. So so far so good. I wanted to know, the thing is, I wanted to meet Gia.
Let me add you to
Okay.
the WhatsApp group.
Okay. Who's Bushra?
Amar's wife.
Okay. And
And
Christine?
Christine is actually Gia. Her name is
Oh,
Christine
okay.
Gia. Lois is our sales copywriter, but is not active at the moment.
Oh,
Um,
thank you.
okay, so that's where I can reach them all.
Okay. So that means, um, would it be possible for me to meet Gia next week?
I think so, yeah. I think I think you can get their info from this group.
Okay. I'll
And we're
talk.
all pretty much active on WhatsApp. So they should be able to reply to you very very quickly.
Okay. I'll talk to her about it so that I'll know what I can do, or like, because I guess she's the one doing all the most of the legwork when it comes to details. And
Yeah.
since you mentioned she knows a lot regarding the documents, I guess she's the go-to person for that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'll talk to her about it. By the way, I forgot to ask, do you have a specific, what you call that, sequence on what you do every day on the once you get into work or once you go online?
No, not
No,
really.
because
I just
sometimes
check my
people.
tasks
Okay.
and then see which ones are, urgent,
Mm-hmm.
prioritize, and then just work on them. Now we're trying to, come up with a process. This is why we have defined schedules for the
Yeah.
weekly meetings and daily huddles.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess I started as a project manager, but I
Mm-hmm.
really get pulled into a lot of different things.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes I'm doing the email campaign, sometimes I write, sometimes it's really a lot of different tasks for me. Maybe that's the reason why I sometimes find it hard to do the project management tasks
Yep.
because I get assigned a lot of tasks.
That's okay. I know that. I understand. That's okay. I'll just work with you. I'll ask you, or whenever I have questions regarding the documents in the process,
Mm.
I'll just chat you. Would that be fine?
Yeah, sure, definitely.
Thank you. So I'll just work with Gia when it comes to the documents, and then Kimberly when it comes to the technicalities of what she's planning to do for the project that
Yeah.
she'll be doing.
So they want to get on a call with each of them one on one, or they want to schedule a
Actually,
call for the team?
I'm hoping to talk to all of you as a whole, but you mentioned that you have an incoming meeting, right? Next week.
Yeah. Mhm.
Okay. That's this coming 8 Monday at 8 p.m.
Yeah,
Philippine time.
Philippine time. Yeah.
Okay. I guess I'll meet you on that time with the rest of the team, and then I'll schedule a meeting with Gia after the meeting.
Okay.
And then I
Perfect.
guess that would be the best thing to do, so
Yeah.
that it will not, conflict with anyone.
All
I
right.
need to arrange my schedule also with my current boss right now,
Yeah,
so
I
that
know you have you have a full time
yeah, I'm full time.
arrangement. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm working as a full time personal assistant to a doctor in the US, so I'm handling all his other accounts. Not as a doctor in a way, but he has another business. So I'm handling.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm just like you, so I'm handling all those other things. I have project manager task, I have writing task, I have
Yeah.
graphics task, I have website maintenance task, of all of
Mhm.
those things. So I understand. So I'll work with Gia next week, and then after that, I'll work with Kimberly. Okay?
Okay. Perfect.
Okay. Yes, that's it.
All right. Thank
For
you.
the
And
11
I'll
o'clock,
talk
and
to
thank
you
you so much.
on Monday.
Talk to you on Monday, 8 p.m.
All right. Take
Okay.
care.
Take care also. Bye bye. Happy
Bye.
weekend.